Right. So, in the first part of statistics, we learned how to find the mean of some numbers. Right. Now, those numbers were basically called as ungrouped data. Means single number was there. Now, when you have a group data, means you will find some data in intervals, that is class intervals. Now, group data is basically of two types. First is continuous. What is the meaning of continuous data? Continuous data means that this type of data 0 to 10, 10 to 20 means the last or the upper value of the upper limit of the first interval is basically what? The lower limit of the second interval. This is called as my lower limits, this is called as my upper limit, right? So lower limit to upper limit, lower limit to upper limit, and this is continuous. Why? Because the upper limit of the previous interval is equal to the lower limit of the next interval. Same case 20 20, 30 30, 40 40, right? Now I have taken this class interval and frequency also is given, correct? Now there are many type of questions which we can ask on this data. First of all, what is the size of this data? Size basically, if you want to find, size is upper limit minus lower limit. Lower is what? Upper limit minus lower limit, right? Any one data you can pick. So taking first one, which is the size of the data is 10, right? Basically the gap of class interval. Okay, now let us find out how to find mean of this data. Here f is basically what? My fi. Just like in earlier class, we need to find xi, right? Because we know the formula with xi and fi. What is my xi? Xi is basically the middle term of all the class intervals. How would we find it? So basically xi is what? Upper limit plus lower limit, right? So it is what? An average of upper limit and lower limit. So my first x1 will be what? 0 or 10 plus 0 by 2, which is 10 by 2, which is 5, correct? So my first xi is 5. Now in the same way, either you calculate all the xi's, or what you can do, you can just add the class size to this xi. 5 plus 10, 15, 15 plus 10, 25, 25 plus 10, 35, 35 plus 10, you will get the same value. Even if you calculate it from here, 20 plus 10 upon 2, you will get 15. 30 plus 20 upon 2, you will get 25. Similarly, other values are also. Right? So we have got xi, we have got fi. Now what we need to do? We need to find xi fi. Xi multiply by fi, correct? So this is what? 15, 75, 100, 70, this is 270. Right, next step was to find the sum of xi fi and also sum of fi also. 10, 20. Here 340, 440, 90, 530. Okay, let's check the calculation once. Okay, now my formula is mean is basically denoted by x bar. My formula is sum of xi fi. This symbol is also called as sigma. Sigma fi, right? The formula for me. What is my sigma xi fi, which is 530 upon 20, whatever be the value. It will come in decimals, it's okay, right? Easy. So this is how we calculate the mean of continuous group data. Now what if my data is not continuous? What if my data is not continuous? For example, let's say, let's make it 9 here, right? 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 13, right? Now my data is not continuous, right? Second part. This continuous data, right? So what we need to do, we will make this class interval continuous first. Okay. Is this. So how would you make the class interval continuous, right? So what will we do, we will just add or you find the average of the upper limit of one interval and the lower limit of the next interval, right? So basically what I am doing, I am doing it 9 plus 10 by 2. I am finding the average of the lower limit, the upper limit of one class interval and the lower limit of the next class interval. So it is coming as 19 by 2, and if you divide it, it will be 9.5, right? Now what we are going to do, we are going to see 9.5. So if we make this 9.5, both of them 9.5, right? So what will happen, basically we are adding plus 0.5 here and we are subtracting minus 0.5, right? What we are doing, we are adding plus 0.5 to make it 9.5, and to make this 9.5 we are subtracting 0.5. In similar manner we can do to all the numbers, means in the right side we are doing plus 0.5 all the numbers and subtracting all the numbers 0.5. So my new class interval will become like this. Let us say 0 only, or you can say minus. So minus 0.5, because we need to do here also. Minus 0.5 to 9.5, then 9.5 to 19.5, and 19.5 to 29.5, 29.5 to 39.5, last one is 0.5. Now we have made this class interval continuous. Okay, the upper limit of the interval is equal to the lower limit of next interval. All the intervals are back in place. Now we will find the similar manner, right? We will need to find xi, and how do we find xi? By just adding upper limit plus lower limit and dividing them by 2. So 9.5 minus 0.5 will become 9, okay, and on average it will become 4.5, right? In similar manner, if we do this, 19.5 plus 9.5, it will come as 29, and if you divide 29 by 2, you will get what? 14.5. What is my class size here? Class size is again upper limit minus lower limit. So you can take this example, 19.5 minus 9.5, which is what? 10. So you can add 10 here. Next step, xi multiplied by fi, finding sum and then applying the formula of sigma xi fi upon sigma fi. Got it? Let us do this. 3 multiplied by 4.5 is 13.5. 5 multiplied by 14.5. Okay, let's do the sum also. Okay, check the calculation once. So my xi will become what? 520 by 20. Right, so it will be 26. Clear? Now the method that we have just shown you, okay, I have shown you, this method is known as direct method. Direct method to find the mean of continuous group data or discontinuous group data.